Hey friends, the sun is shining in my kitchen and it's time to dehydrate potatoes in the dehydrator. This is going to be really fun, super easy, not very long, it'll be pretty quick, and amazing to have dehydrated potatoes around. You can throw them quickly into soups, stews, make scalloped potatoes, potatoes au gratin, all of the things that you would normally have to sit and peel and slice potatoes for. Now you're going to have them on hand. It's going to be great. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is get a great big bowl, a great big pot, and we're going to fill it with water for blanching our potatoes. So I'm going to get this filled up and put on the stove on medium to start getting the water warmed up while we cut and slice the potatoes up. Okay, so I have my bowl filled with water and a little bit of lemon juice. I've got my new potatoes. These are like a red potato and they're in really nice shape. I got them on sale, so I have extra potatoes, and that's why I thought that I would do this. And I'm just going to be using a regular IKEA potato slicer to get some nice thin slices. This is about the slice thickness that it does, quite thin, pretty thin, really nice. So I'm just going to be using that, and we're just going to, I said I put a little bit of lemon juice in here just to keep it from turning brown. So I'm just going to start slicing. I normally would peel if these were russets or something with a lot of dirt on them, but I scrubbed these ones really well, and they're nice and clean, and they're sliced so thinly that you can see the peel doesn't really make a difference at all. And sometimes it looks really pretty in your casserole. So let's start peeling these, and while the water's boiling on the stove for blanching, and see how many we can get. Okay, now I probably have to cut these in half in order to, most of them, to use this thing so that I don't get my fingers chopped off. Oh yeah, there we go. See how thin those are sliced? Awesome. Okay, and I think there's something on the back of here that I can use to change the thickness, but I'm not too sure. Let's see. I think it's this bar. Well, I guess I'll just leave it like it is, and all mine will be uniform in thickness now anyway. Okay, so you can hand slice this. You can use whatever kind of slicer you want. You could use your food processor, but I'm finding that my food processor does them way too thin, and I want to have a little bit of the robustness. But these are going to be more about like the size of the grocery store scalloped potatoes that you get, and it's so awesome to have these on hand because then you can put them in so many things. The possibilities are endless, honestly. And those scalloped potatoes in the box, as bad as they are for you, they sure taste good. And I feel like part of it is because the potatoes are sliced so thinly, and the cheese sauce, of course. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to take that long at all. So I'll just keep slicing here until I have a full bowl. And then we'll get them blanched. Already have about a third of a bowl already. It's going by really quick. Wow, I have filled this whole bowl full of potatoes. So that I'm gonna set to the side. The other thing I wanted to share with you is that I have some zucchini in the fridge that were like a little beaten up, but they're really, they need to get used up. And I love dehydrating zucchini the same way in zucchini chips. And so I figured while I have this out here, I'm going to do the same thing with the zucchini. So I'm just going to cut the little ends off and cut it into 4 and make some zucchini slices. I don't know if I can fit it all in the dehydrator at the same time, but we will try. And with the zucchini, we don't need to blanch. So I'm still waiting for the water to come up to boil on the stove. So I may as well just cut these while I'm waiting. And this thing makes it pretty quick. Gets your arm a little bit sore after a while, but it's got that little safety thing that so you can't cut your hand. So that's great. So I'm just going to put this in here. And this big thick one, I'm just gonna manually slice it because I don't want to waste it. Okay, the water is now boiling, so we're gonna take these potatoes. I'm gonna just do it by hand actually. I think it'll be easier. And drop them in the boiling water really carefully so it doesn't splash. And then I'm just gonna let it come back up to a boil. Doesn't matter if this water gets in there because it's just water and lemon, a little bit of lemon juice. There we go. Okay. That's what the apron is for. All right, okay, I'm just gonna give this a stir. And that looks good. We will dump this out. I'm just gonna let this come back to a nice boil, and then we'll probably just leave it for about a minute or two, just to blanch it. We don't wanna cook it all the way, we just wanna blanch it. I still have a sink full of potatoes left, so I'll be having to do another batch tomorrow, I'm sure, but let's get this all ready. So my dehydrator has 6 trays. One of them has a mesh here, which I don't need. I'm just gonna get all our trays out and bring them over. And we don't need parchment paper or anything for this. Oh, I got a couple seeds from my granola, so I'm just going to clean this thing out, give it a good wash down. These have already been washed. I guess he put them back in there not clean. But I'm going to just give those a wash and the unit a wash, and then we'll fill it up. Not quite boiling yet. Okay, let's check these potatoes. I think they should be coming to a boil. Okay, they're almost at a boil. So now I'm just going to put the timer on for 2 minutes with the lid on, and then we will strain them. So right now is a good time if you want to get your strainer out and put it in the sink. Okay, I'm just going to rinse these with some cool water. Dip them all out of here. And I'm just going to actually leave this pot over here for tomorrow because I'm going to need to do the rest of the stuff in the sink. And I think what I'm going to do with the zucchini is I'm probably just going to put it into a Ziploc bag until tomorrow because I don't think, I've got a lot of potatoes. I don't think that they'll dry as good if I try and do these. I had more than I thought, so these will be fine. Put it back in the fridge till tomorrow. So now we'll just cool these off with some cool water. They are hot. Ah, much better. Whew. Too hot to touch. So they're not supposed to be cooked. They're definitely not supposed to be cooked. You only want them, they're just cold blanched. Okay, so I'm just going to bring these over here on the tea towel to my bowl. Bring this over here. So now I've got my potatoes. I'm going to go grab my racks. Okay, you don't have to be a perfectionist with this. You just need to get them on here. And I layer mine a little bit. I don't have them all because I stir mine every couple hours. I'll go by and move stuff around, and you'll see they'll dry really nice. But if you only have a few potatoes and you want to still do that, definitely lay them out like one by one. But I just know that I won't have that much room because I've already barely made a dent in this. But as they get drying, they really shrink so much you'll all of a sudden you'll have tons of room to stir them around. So there's one. Yeah, and I'll do the zucchini maybe tomorrow, but it looks like I still have the same amount of potatoes to do. So that dehydrator is going to be running for a couple days anyway. And it's nice and quiet. It's not a really loud one, so I really don't mind it at all. I'm trying not to have them double thick, but I'm slightly overlapping them a little bit just because I have so many. But as long as you go in there and you give them a stir in a few hours, like maybe 3 or 4 hours, you could start the first time stirring them around. That would work out. That would be good. Oh, it's getting a little dark in here. It's getting to be evening time, and I've been busy all day today, and it felt really good. I got a lot of stuff accomplished today that I've been wanting to do, so that's fantastic. Then I had some crazy thing happen yesterday. That's probably why I wanted to do all these things today, because yesterday I'm gonna make a video and post and talk about it, but as you guys know, I'm waiting to get a heart transplant, and I'm on the list, so you have to have your phone ringer on at all times. And so yesterday we got the freak call, and anyway, it turned out to be a false alarm. Not really a false alarm for us, because we were totally ready, and well, not ready, but going crazy trying to get ready and start driving or planning to fly or whatever was going to happen. It was just complete chaos. And then it turned out that the surgeon ended up finding a problem in the heart, that they had a blockage in the artery. So we were already in full mode ahead. My friends came over to help pack and get organized because we were on a real time crunch, and then it all in a split second got canceled. So now we wait, and this process starts all over. So that's why I'm getting this bunch of stuff done today, because I just don't know anything could really happen. Now I kind of got a rude awakening of how things work. And so when I came home yesterday, or after all that happened in the morning. So after all that, I didn't do anything all day. I was completely exhausted, and I was like an emotional and physical wreck. So, well, this looks really good. This looks awesome. This looks like I'll probably have perfect amount for this many trays. I might even take that one that's really thick at the bottom and spread it out a little bit more, or maybe not by the time I get these guys on there. So there's my story of that's real life, guys. Oh my goodness. That's why there's no perfection going on around here. Nothing's perfect. I just do things as simple and realistic as I can, and try and have fun doing it. And this is my therapy. Cooking and making things are my therapy. They keep me going and keep me distracted from the stress of all the rest of the stuff. So, okay. Yeah, and if you want to follow me along on any of the other videos, I have done some on my disease and why I need a heart, and my some medical journey trips, and they're all in the playlist, medical trips. But yeah, so there we go. We've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trays. So we're gonna get that right away into the dehydrator and turn it on and forget about it for a while. Going to turn this on, and we're going to do the temperature about, the temperature 131. Mine doesn't have exact numbers. It has 131, 141, it goes up. So I'm doing 131, and I'm going to put the timer on for 18. That's the max on this machine. Oh, sorry, live. Oh, 1930 is the max. I forgot. Okay, so this is going to sit here overnight. I'm not even going to think about this till tomorrow, and that's going to be fantastic. So that's why I love dehydrators. But I will think about it a little bit when I come and stir things around in a few hours. Before I go to bed, I will come and give each tray a little stir around. So I'll see you in the morning after that. Okay, so I left that going all night long in the dehydrator, and these potatoes look amazing. I've put them in the jars, and that's how many I have so far. And I still have all of these that I just blanched that are still cooling down. You can see them, to be putting onto the trays. And I did overlap them, but before I went to bed, I stirred them all around each tray, kind of broke them up a little bit, and they still dried just totally fine, with a little bit of overlap. Not completely piled on top, but just a little bit of overlap. So I'm gonna get these in the dehydrator, but really guys, that's all you have to do, and I hope that you'll give it a try. It makes so much, it's so nice for having to add to soups and casseroles, scalloped potatoes, anything that you can think of. Having these on hand, it's like so much nicer and healthier than the store-bought scalloped potatoes, because these are basically the same potatoes that they use in their dehydrated potatoes. So yeah, there is lots. I'm expecting to get at least 4 more jars from this giant pile of steaming potatoes. And yeah, so enjoy using your dehydrator, guys. I hope that gives you some inspiration to get going and make some more stuff and fill your pantry shelves. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, friends. One more thing that I just thought of is that if you don't want to use up all your canning jars for dry storage, use a food saver machine if you have it, or Ziploc bags. Those work really great to store this kind of dry goods. All right, bye everybody.